Real quick, everyone. So, when I recorded this follow along, I forgot to make sure the camera was positioned in the correct spot. So, my head is cut off for like most of the entire video. So, I'm going to like put a picture somewhere on the screen of my face so you can pretend you can see my face. But, yeah, next time I will make sure to check that. Hi everybody, welcome back to another Silverheart Cosplay follow-along video. Yay! So I'm working on Wonder Woman 1984 cosplay armor build thing, right? I posted the video for the helmet like a month or so ago. Like it's old news. I've been did that. I have yet to get started on any other part of the armor. And I'm now in like a con crunch because I have a photo shoot in 2 weeks from today. Not even 2 whole weeks, more like 13 days. And so, yeah, I have to figure out how to still work full time, still, exercise, still hang out with friends, and get the rest of this entire armor built and put together and do a test run in 2 weeks. Can she do it? Is it possible? Will she have to cancel the photo shoot or just do another cosplay? Only time will tell. Stay tuned on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
I already got these pieces cut out, like for the first part of the armor, because I'm working on the body part of the armor. The YouTube tutorial that I'm following along to make this cosplay is another one by Stas Class. Again, if you watch my helmet build, you know that I use a lot of their tutorials for building armor. And this is like their name right here. I'll put it somewhere on the screen with editing magic. And then I will also link the video and their YouTube channel below in the description box, so you can check them out there. But as I always say, again, this is not a tutorial, this is a follow along. Because I still am like trying to learn how to do good quality work and to take my time and, try to make it as clean cut as possible. So, yeah, so we'll get started. Like I said, I already cut out the body piece part. This is kind of what I'm working on, is this part right here. I'm trying to take it in like small sections because I think it's going to become a little overwhelming just because there are a lot of pieces. I have to like trace like all these like parts to it, so that it overlaps. Like these are going to like overlap on each other. I don't know. I'm gonna see what I can do. So I will get started, and when I finish cutting things out, I am going to go ahead and trace it onto my EVA foam. Now, their tutorial says to use 3mm foam, but I could not find 3mm foam. If you remember when I made the helmet here, I had a hard time with that as well. When I did this, I could not find 3mm foam, and the one place I found that did have it only gave me like a very small quantity of it, and so I was like, I'm not going to pay that much for like a little slither of 3mm foam when I can go to like Joann's or TNT Cosplay online and order like a whole roll of 4mm foam for a good, a reasonable price. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make all the armor or the rest of the armor out of 4mm foam. I don't think it should be that big of a difference because it's only off by 1mm. So I think I'll be okay. But you'll... So it's about an hour later since I started tracing and cutting. I got one whole side of the armor cut out and a few extra pieces. I'm working on the right side now. Then after that, I need to cut out the top piece as well. y'all, it is 10 o'clock at night. I'm going to try to keep going because, again, I only have 2 weeks to get this thing done. And so the most tedious part is cutting it out and then heat foaming it. That's the majority of it anyway. But so my plan is I'm going to try to finish cutting everything out, and then I'll probably go ahead and cut everything out and then just keep doing all the armor. And then if I feel like it, I'll start heat foaming it. We'll see. I'm just going to keep on going and see how time goes. So. Y'all. I don't think this is gonna fit my boob. We'll see. This is gonna be tough. All right, guys, we are at the end of our night. I think I started cutting these out and tracing them and cutting them at like 9 o'clock, and it is now 12:15. So this all took me like two hours and some change. But because like I had to I had to cut out the templates, trace them on the phone, also trace the little detailed parts I needed to mark in there. So it was a lot, but like this was probably like the hardest part. As I've said before, the most tedious part to me is cutting out templates, tracing them, and cutting them out in the foam. So this is all the piece for the top body armor part. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to bed because I have to be to work by 8 o'clock in the morning. So I need to go to sleep and I'm tired. But so what I'll do is next step would be start to heat shape these. As you can see, they're kind of curled from in the roll. But once I heat shape them, they'll fall flat and be, flat on the table. And then once I do that, I can start gluing some of the pieces together. Like some of them need to be glued together like that, which I'll use contact cement for. And then once I've actually glued them together, then I will start to heat shape them to shape on my body. So I'm hoping now that the longest, hardest part is over that I can just like knock this out. I got some free time this week at work. So luckily, well, not luckily, but fortunately I am working from home. So like when I have some free time during the workday, I can work on some things. So my goal is to get this pretty much completed by the end of the week because I forgot that this is probably going to be the hardest, longest thing it's going to take me to do. But I still have to make the gauntlets. I have these ones, but they're from when I did the first Wonder Woman movie armor build. And so I want to redo this, but I wanted like the shiny metallic silver. So I want to redo these and paint them that way. But this one didn't take hardly no time to do. Like I did it in maybe like a day. Because luckily you just trace this thing. I'll make another video on it. I don't need to explain it to you guys. But anywho, but I still need to make the gauntlets. I still need to make the leg armor, which doesn't look like it'll take too long because there's not a lot of like intricate parts to it. So I'll do that, and then I still have to figure out the shoe part too, because I have these shoes that I did, which turned out very well. They were like some Goodwill shoes that I just cut up. I do have another pair of wedges that I could do this with. Anywho, I digress. Point being, I need to get this done at least by the end of the week, because this is the biggest bulk of the outfit. Like, if I don't get the leg armor done, like, it's not the worst thing in the world for me. But I do need to get this done. This and the gauntlets I need to get done. Those are the main things. So I'm sleepy. I'm rambling. I'll be back tomorrow to finish this. Good night.
The next day.
Alright, these are some of the main pieces. I just hit them with a little bit of heat just to get them to flatten up because they were very curly. So now I'm going to start gluing them together. And again, I'm just doing this section by section because it's about to get a little overwhelming. Alright guys, so I have heat shaped all my pieces for the most part. Some of them I had a little bit of a hard time with. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how this is gonna go. I've been watching the tutorial and trying to follow along with the templates as well, but I forgot for my template, or well, for his templates, he has them where you can get them in a medium, small, medium, large. Like when you buy the pattern from him, you get all the PDFs and you just click on which one you need, small, medium, large. I got the large because I had big boobs and thick thighs. What can I do? And so I'm running into the problem where, like, I don't know if this is going to fit me. Like, I don't think that's going to work. What will probably happen is it's probably just going to sit on my boobs, but this is not going to, like, this isn't covering the girls. But that's okay, because my backup plan is to wear a really, really good brassiere or bind my boobs a little bit, and then that way they'll probably fit in this better. It's unfortunate because I wanted to like fit perfectly, but I just think that's not going to happen. So I'm finally moving on to the next step where I am going to start gluing the pieces together. I use contact cement to glue like the main pieces together. But his tutorial says to use the glue gun to do the details and then to glue everything together. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to keep on going. I'm going to glue these pieces glue the details to the big pieces and then glue all the big pieces together, and we'll see what we're working with. So. Hey y'all, it's me again. So I did not film video of the rest of the process, so I took some pictures and I wanted to just come in and just explain what you're seeing on the screen. I'm looking at the video over here as I'm talking to you over here. So anywho, this first picture is just like everything glued together, how it looks. I did not glue all the top piece to the bottom piece, but I wanted to still show you what it looks like in separate pieces. And as you can see, this right here is the top part of it. Then I also got an undersuit for the Golden Armor cosplay, and I actually was really happy with how it looks on me. As you can see, something about like those Zentai suits just make your body look good, and I love it. So that's kind of what the suit looks like underneath all the armor. This is me just trying on the foam pieces with the suit. I don't know what this picture is right here. I don't know what I was doing. Maybe I just was uncomfortable. Who knows? But either or, I was happy with how it was looking. This picture right here is just the gauntlets. Very easy to do. It's like a one-page template. You trace it, you cut it out all in one piece, and you just engrave the markings. That was like very easy and very quick to do. And then this is kind of how they look when they're all rolled together. These are the shoes. Luckily, I didn't have to do too much with the shoes. I used these little shoe templates that I had, part of the package I bought. And then I just had to glue them on to some black shoes that I got from Goodwill. Also very easy. Now this was all of the leg armor that I had to trace and cut out. They weren't very difficult to like trace and cut out because they're very like simple pieces, very simple shapes, nothing too crazy, but there were just so many of them, like so many pieces. It was very, very tedious. And then this is kind of what some of them are looking like. I think this is all one side of the leg armor, and then this is all the leg armor that I put down and spray painted. Well, first I did a couple of layers of black plasti dip, and then I put gold spray paint on top. And I know some people don't do or don't like spray paint on armor pieces. Some people say it works fine for them. I do both spray paint sometimes, and then also like the acrylic paint sometime. Eventually I will get into doing the airbrush paint, but also I was on a time crunch. I did not have time to sit down and like paint all those pieces, so spray paint it was. If I ever remake this, I probably will use acrylic paint, but this got the job done quickly. And then here is the gauntlet, how it looked. And here's me also trying it on with everything. Fun fact, the leg armor I actually glued to the Zentai suit, which, I mean, hindsight 2020, I probably shouldn't have done it that way, but I saw a few other people do that same method. So I thought, why not? So I wrapped my legs in saran wrap, and then I put the suit on, and then this again, y'all don't do what I did. This is probably not safe or not the greatest thing to do, but I used super glue, and then I glued the pieces onto the Zentai suit that was on my actual body. But again, I had saran wrap on my skin, on my legs first, and then I put the suit on. Then I glued the pieces to the suit. But I made sure like I wasn't like touching skin with the super glue. It still wasn't very comfortable to do, and I had to like stay in it for a while because I wanted to make sure this glue and the pieces settled before I took it off. And I know what you might ask, how do you take it on and off? Well, it kind of, because it's formed to my legs, I just kind of like slide my legs in, almost kind of like a big boot. It still isn't like easy to do. Sometimes I need help, but again, it got the job done. And then once I finished everything, I decided to relax. I was happy when I was finally done. So you see me just chilling, eating my Lay's potato chip, which is funny because like I'm eating Lay's potato chips right now. That's pretty much it. I will post a video some other time where you will see the behind the scenes of my photo shoot for this cosplay. But there will be one picture at the end of one of my photos from the photo shoot. But if you want to see more, check out my Instagram at silver_heart_cosplay. You can find a lot of other pictures of my Wonder Woman cosplay on there. And I would appreciate the follow. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed my follow along. Again, check out the tutorial I listed in the description. It's going to be way more helpful than mine this video was, because again, this is a follow along. I don't do everything correctly. I cut a lot of corners. So don't do as I do. Follow the tutorial or follow like other real cosplay builders. And yeah, so bye.